Jerusalem's Damascus Gate and the flow of Muslim worshippers to Al-Aqsa Mosque for Friday prayers, the last before the holy month of Ramadan. Well-worn paths and well-worn tensions, Israeli border police stopping young Palestinian men from entering. Hopes of an Israeli-Hamas ceasefire ahead of Ramadan have all but disappeared, and there is skepticism amongst Palestinians here over the plans for a humanitarian sea corridor to ease the suffering of their brethren in Gaza. I'm suspicious about what's driving the United States, says this man. All they care about is the Israeli population. There are land routes to deliver aid directly, says Omar, not through the ocean. The European Commission president unveiled details of a plan for a coalition of the willing to ship aid from Cyprus.
We're now very close to the opening of the corridor, hopefully this Sunday.
It's a clear sign of Western frustration with Israel for not letting more aid in. The UN saying a quarter of Gaza's population is now on the brink of famine. The move follows Washington's plan to build a temporary floating port off Gaza. Critics say it gives Israel permission to simply carry on its military campaign regardless of the cost to civilians.
And so giving Israel no restraint, no substantive constraint on money and weapons.
People in northern Gaza are so desperate for food, they continue to surround any sign of aid arriving. These patients at Al-Shifa hospital say Israeli troops fired at them when they did. We run towards the aid because we're hungry, says Mohammed Atta. Further south in Rafah, more airstrikes and more funerals for those caught in their path, including the smallest of victims. Instead of telling us they will build a port to help us, says Hassan Maslah, tell them to stop providing Israel with the weapons they throw at us.
And Margaret Evans joins us from Jerusalem. Margaret, how will this maritime corridor work?
It's pretty confusing, Ian. The British Foreign Secretary today said that Israel will have to ensure that the Israeli port of Ashdod is available, so aid could then reach that port and then be trucked in to Gaza, but that has people scratching their heads because there are already land crossings into Gaza and it's not working. The American plan to build a temporary port is expected to take weeks. They say Israelis will be in charge of security, and of course Israel is criticized for not doing enough, for turning back aid as it is, and aid agencies say that the amount of aid that's going to get in is just not going to be enough.
Margaret Evans in Jerusalem tonight.